that the mu'mins and the Muslims of Quraysh, along with the people of Yathrib, and those who committed to them and fought with them, that all of them are going to designate one ummah to the exclusion of all others. That they are going to designate one ummah. Notice how the Prophet ﷺ is characterizing Muslims and non-Muslims together as part of one ummah. At that time, the number of Muslims in Al-Madinah was probably around 300 to 500. But the population of Medina was between 5,000 and 10,000 people. Brothers and sisters, pay attention to this. The population of Al-Madinah was between 5,000 and 10,000 people. The vast majority of them, 90% of them being non-Muslims. And yet the Prophet ﷺ, contrary to what Muslims think about the word ummah, he is designating them as one ummah. Because an ummah is a group of people who are dedicated to the accomplishment of a unified objective. It doesn't matter what the character and the composition of that people is, but that's what an ummah does. And in this particular case, all of the residents of Medina who signed their names to this document, to Mithaq al-Medina, they were responsible for the unified objective, which was the security of Al-Madinah. And so, the first Islamic ummah, the prototypical Islamic ummah, consisted of mostly non-Muslims. And yet we have the mouthpieces of this toxic segment of humanity. These Zionists and these Israelis, who are using their media airwaves, who are using their media institutions to project the idea that an Islamic government is not fair to minorities, that it oppresses different religious factions inside the country, that it oppresses its women. And they can get away with this because we are not aware of our history. We are not aware of the fact that the first Islamic ummah consisted mostly of non-Muslims, all of whom had rights, equal rights, represented rights, which were guarded and which were guaranteed by the Islamic executive authority and the Islamic military. The other aspects of this Mithaq al-Madinah is that whoever from the Jews merges with the Islamic authority, they will be assisted and acclaimed, and they will not be oppressed. Article 24, that the Jews are to spend in the public interest in times of war. Article 43, the Quraysh and any of its supporters are not to be offered any assistance or aid. And all of the power constituencies in Al-Madinah signed their names to this document, meaning that they agreed not only with the executive authority of the Prophet, not only with the leadership of the committed Muslims, not only with the guidance that is coming down from on high, but also with the terms and with the articles of this document.